joining us now in advance of a pretty darn big football game, taking on the Raiders this week, winning several in a row to put the Houston Texans on tons of radar screens, more than certainly earlier in the season. In his third season as head coach of the Houston Texans, DeMeco Ryans is here. Good to see you, Coach. How are you?
Hey, Rich, doing fantastic, man. Great to be on again with you.
Thank you very much, and I can confirm you're doing fantastic. I can confirm it. How does this feel to you? I mean, you've taken teams to the playoffs before, and you've taken them into the playoffs and won playoff games before. How does this one feel to you right now, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, each one has its own little beauty within it, right? And I really love this one because of how we started. It's just so reflective of like life, right? You can start down, things aren't going well, you got a lot of problems, it's not looking great, but it's about how you keep battling, how do you keep pushing through like whatever adversity you face. And I'm so proud of this team. For a lot of people would say we were down and out, no chance of making it, and here we are, playing meaningful games in December with an opportunity to make it. So this one feels very special.
What do you draw on when your team is 0-3? Like, what do you draw upon as a head coach in that instance?
Yeah, I go back to the film, right? A lot of people can tell you who you are and what you're not doing, what you can't do. But I look at the film and I look at, who we were playing, how we were playing, what actually happened in the game. And when I look back at those first three games, it's simply like one or two plays. All right, we're in those games in the fourth quarter. It's one or two plays where if we make them, now we're 3-0 and we're the best team in the NFL. So I go back to let's be realistic and let's analyze things, with a clear mind and see exactly where we are, what can we correct, how can we as coaches help the players, right, to be in better position to make the plays we need to make to flip that. So we're winning those games in the fourth quarter, and that's what we did.
But there's a belief issue in a locker room as well that you're going to have your finger on that pulse. What about that aspect, not just the X's and O's, Coach?
Yeah, and the belief factor, right, that never wavers, right, for me. We put so much work in, and I saw the team that we had in training camp. I saw the guys we had on our team, and that belief in what they're capable of doing and what we can do collectively as a team, that never wavered because I know we have the right men in our locker room, right? Guys who've been there with me before in our previous 2 years, and we found a way. So I know we have the right leaders. We got the right guys. So the belief never leaves me. That's why I put in all the work I put in, and I truly believe, and I know truly that, God has his hand on our team as well.
Well, I mean, take me to week 10 now, or I'll take you to week 10 now. You're down 19 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're staring at getting swept by the team that did beat you back in week 3 to send you to an 0-3 start. Somebody taps you on the shoulder and say, you're not only going to win this, but you're going to win 5 more in a row after it. What do you say to that person, Coach?
Thanks for keeping it positive.
I love it.
Oh,
right?
Man, I truly believe, Rich, you have to have a positive mindset, man, no matter how bad it looks. And that game will always be I think that's the focal point of our season. That's the turning point, so to speak, where, we have our backup quarterback in, Davis Mills, and without Davis, making such an inspirational comeback in that game and leading us to victory, I don't know where our season would be right now. So that is the turning point for our season, and it's all credit to Davis and what he was capable of doing.
Yeah, I mean, because we're all grasping at straws from our positions, talking about quarterback play and what makes for quality quarterbacks in this league and how you have to have an excellent backup. Your former place of business in San Francisco having an opportunity to make a deep run like you now because of what Mac Jones did there with Brock Purdy out and Davis Mills while CJ Stroud is out, keeps your ship more than afloat. And then you see Phillip Rivers in your division now, and you might be seeing old man Rivers at the end of the season in a must-have game for you. And neck up, you need it. Neck down, maybe less so, right? I mean, I'm trying to figure that part out. What about your perspective?
Yeah, for Coach? Me, Rich, I think it's the neck up part. You can never underestimate that. Like playing quarterback, you truly, you have to make great decisions. And that's truly what it comes down to. Like when you have a backup quarterback who can come in and not feel like, they're trying to outshine the starter so they can take over the role. Like that's not what you need. That's not the mentality. You need to come in and manage the game properly, just make great decisions with the football and understand who you have around you as a backup quarterback. It's not on you to go and, per se, win the game. It's on you to make sure you're distributing the football to your playmakers, right, who can go, therefore, and make the plays we need to make. And when you have your backup quarterback in as well, you also have to run the ball really well. And I think that's what San Fran has done, with McCaffrey. When Mac was in, they ran the ball well. They stayed on schedule. You try to win those third downs, keep it in third and manageable, and you don't turn the ball over. All right, and that's one thing that Davis did a great job of. He only had one turnover while he was at the helm starting for us, and that allowed us to go and play complementary football. We can rely on our special teams to flip the field. We can rely on our defense to make plays, right, to get us in favorable field position for the offense. So it's about playing team football when you do have that backup quarterback in and not trying to come in and be the hero and put the team on your back. It's just do what you need to do to be a part of the win. We don't have to win because of you. We just have to win collectively as a team.
And your quarterback, you got him back. He's been terrific since he's returned. And I'm wondering what you're seeing out of CJ Stroud. Is he playing the best ball you've seen him play yet right now, do you think?
To me, right now, I think he's playing at such an elite level, and it is the best that I've seen him. Over the span of these 3 weeks, just seeing him come back and seeing how he's grown like each week. I think it was beneficial for him to actually sit those 3 weeks and just watch the team, right, and watch how we won games and watch how we just played together. Right, the quarterback didn't have to do something magical. It's just about running the offense efficiently, playing clean, having great command of the offense, and that's where I see him right now. He's been steady. He's been calm in the moment, very confident demeanor, how he's handled himself just in practice on the sidelines. I feel like also we have a new offense, right, that he had to kind of get used to, and I think right now he's at a really good point where he feels as comfortable as he's felt within the scheme and what we're doing. And, he understands what it takes to win games, and that's what he's doing for us. And he's making some absolutely incredible plays, especially on some of the third downs when he's able to escape the pocket, utilize his athletic ability to move, not to run, but to keep his eyes downfield and to find Nico Collins, to find Dalton Schultz on third downs and also in the red zone. It's been phenomenal to watch him just grow as a quarterback, as a leader. And he's really helping our entire team, right, with the confidence that you need at this part of the season. Like when you're trying to make this run into the playoffs, you have to feel confident as a team. Like the defense needs to feel that the offense can make plays to win a game. They can go score points to win games. The offense needs to feel the defense. They're able to get critical stops, right? Special teams is able to show up and make plays. Like I feel like right now at this moment, we're playing really great team football, and that's what we need. We need to be our best right now, and that's where we are.
Well, that's the way it looks from my couch. And from my couch, I'm scared for the opposing quarterbacks you're playing, to be honest with you. I'm sitting in the safety of my living room, and I'm like a horror movie watching through my fingers, watching your defense go, do what it does. I'm wondering, do you ever sit around saying, I'm glad I never had to coach against something like that? Seriously,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No doubt.
What I'm saying.
Man, we have some phenomenal guys on defense, like the effort, the physicality that they play with. I mean, Will Anderson, Jalen Petrie, Azeez Al-Shaair, Kamari Lassiter, our corner. He's probably one of our most physical players, like pound for pound on our team. Like he brings it. I've never seen a corner tackle like Kamari Lassiter tackles. And then you try to throw the ball over his head, he can go and intercept it as well. And then you have the all-pro Derek Stingley, who doesn't get many opportunities, but seems like when people do go his way, he finds a way to make a play. Then we got Kalen Bullock just playing center field in the back there. If you throw the ball up, he's liable to take it away. So we have studs at each level of our defense, and these guys are hungry to be the best in the league, and they're showing that each and every week. They have a lot to prove. They are a very prideful group, and it's really fun. It's easy to coach these guys, right? Because they can coach each other up, and it's really truly a player-led group. And it's easy and it's fun to sit back and watch them play on game day.
I'm so curious. Please walk me through the moment where I imagine you in a film session after Will Anderson sacked Josh Allen by looping back twice, right? Looping once and then coming and getting him the second time. What was the film? You showed that to the group, I imagine, right?
Yeah, for sure. Right? I have this huge sign in our team meeting room that says relentless, right? And I just point to that sign and say, you want to see what relentless looks like? What does it mean? It's not just words on the wall, but this is it in real life. And I show the clip of Will Anderson like running over 50 yards to chase down an MVP quarterback. It's one of the best plays that I've ever seen. It's what I truly believe defensive football is about. It's about the pursuit. It's about the hunt. It's about imposing your will on your opponent, and that's who Will Anderson is. That's why he's one of the best defensive ends in this league. He's one of the best leaders that I've ever been around because he's intense. He's relentless every single day of the week, not just on game day, but it's also throughout practice. And there's no surprise to me by the things that he does on Sundays. There's no surprise because I've seen it all throughout training camp, all throughout the season as we practice.
Yeah, and like it helps where he went to college too, right, Coach?
That has a lot to do with it. You got to go to the right place.
Yeah, that helps too to get on DeMeco Ryans' radar screen, and certainly with the relentless play from Alabama, because I'm sure you knew exactly what he was doing at the college level when you drafted him, and that play was truly unbelievable. That was one of those moments that does stand out. It totally does stand out, and that's why I was curious as how you handled it as a coach afterwards, too.
Yeah, it's one I have to highlight, and it kind of reminds me also of the play from the kid from Dallas who got knocked down on the punt play, and he's knocked down several times, and he gets up. It's like those two plays are like, that's why you love sports. That's why it's so many life lessons in sports, and those plays right there really define what sports is all about.
And now, DeMeco Ryans, 2 minutes left for the Houston Texans head coach. I feel like this could serve as my pre-broadcast chat with you because NFL Network is going to have Texans and Chargers. I'm calling that game, so I'm going to be.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, I'll be in the booth for that game. That's a massive game. You got one obviously with the Raiders before that, and you're taking it one at a time. I understand, and then you've got that last game of the year at home against Phillip Rivers. I just had my guys look it up. You've never sacked or picked him off, I don't think, in his career.
I've never.
You never got him. You never
got him.
But it's wild, right? What you're seeing right now. He's going against the Niners on this coming Monday night. Unreal.
Yeah, after our game on Sunday, I had to tune in and check him out because it's just so impressive to see a guy who's been coaching high school football to come back and to see him operate. And I was like, wow, like he is really going to give them a chance, right, to win this game. Of course, with the running back that they have and Jonathan Taylor, he does such an outstanding job. And Phillip was able to keep them on schedule. Like they did a really good job. And I know, he's going to be better. We'll see how he's feeling. 44 years old. After getting hit a couple times and putting those pads on, and definitely, the recovery process, it slows down a little bit. But man, I'm proud for Phillip. I'm happy for him. It's such a cool story, for the entire league. Like you always got an opportunity, always got a shot, no matter what. And you can see Shane truly believes in him. He's did a great job of leading this offense, just being there 1 week and giving them a chance to win in one of the toughest places to play in the league, to go up to Seattle and do what they did and have an opportunity there. It's impressive, right, to see him do what he's doing. So I'm happy for Phillip. Just not during the last week of the season.
I bet, yes.
No. Slow down, buddy. Not there.
That's where the bedfellows become strange, that's for sure. In the couple minutes I have left with you, if you don't mind me just spending time on you, how are you a better coach now than when you first started with the Texans? You think self-scout yourself if you don't mind.
Self-scout for me. For me, I really right now I think I've grown in an area where I had to just kind of step back as a coach. And first coming in, it was like I'm on this defense, and I'm going to make sure the defense is right, make sure we're playing great defense, and kind of let the offensive guys handle it and do what they have to do. But, I took a step back this year and just wanted to oversee everything. All right, really, truly be in a position to help all of my coaches. And I feel like I'm a better coach because I'm doing a better job of coaching my coaches, right? And I feel like I have better command on game day of all three phases and what's going on. How do I want it to look? What do I want to run? Like in all three phases, I feel like I'm in much better command now as a head coach. And hopefully my coaches feel the same way, that I'm helping them out a little bit more as well. But it's a lot less stressed out on game day, because it's like, even with like relinquishing the play calling, it feels like I'm actually able to, be able to do more. I'm able to help more. And I feel like I'm a better leader now just by doing less. I'm actually a better leader. I'm actually able to do more by doing less.
And I don't know, again, I know you're taking it one at a time. That's what coaches do, and for good reason, because it's the NFL. But I'm sure you've peaked at the spot where the Super Bowl is being played. And for you to potentially take this team from 0-3 to that building where your coaching career began, what would that mean to you, do you think, to be playing in the field of genes, if you will, there in Santa Clara in the Super Bowl with your team?
You're touching my heart, Rich. You're touching my heart there, man. That's you talk about, that would be very special. I spent a lot of time in that place, and knowing what that would mean for me to be out there in Santa Clara playing in that one. It doesn't matter where it is in the coach speak, but to do it there, where I got my start in coaching, that would be very special, very touching, and it'll be a very fitting end to the year to make it out to Santa Clara for a really great reason.
Certainly, if you look across the way, and the Niners are there too, which is entirely possible, as you and I are talking right now.
It is. Now we're talking, man. You talk about a matchup. What a game.
That sure would be. It sure would be. In the meantime, good luck against the Raiders this week. I'll be Zooming with you next week whenever you're ready to talk about the Chargers game on that Saturday. I'll be calling that, and then we'll see how things work out the rest of the way. But congrats on where you currently stand. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my man. Talk to you later.
Right back at you. That's DeMeco Ryans, the head coach of the Houston Texans, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app, 12 to 3 Eastern.